Okay, guess what episode it is.
27.
No.
What is it?
25.
It's close. It's pretty close.
Not really, because every time we have a mini-sode, it adds another one.
Yeah, and?
So that'd be like...
It's 2. It's 2 episodes, no?
Yeah, but that'd be 4 episodes. You see what I mean?
Right.
You see what I mean? You're 4 out.
Sure.
Sure.
Anyway, it's been a while since we last did one of these.
Yeah.
You'll all be familiar by now of Zoe's lack of planning. She isn't.
No,
she isn't as
actually-
good as me in terms of, you know. There's a reason. We've been moving house, right?
Yeah, but also, I'd just like to say, I plan a lot. I don't follow through.
Yeah, that's the problem. You got to commit.
Yeah, and also I just forget to record.
Got to commit.
It's fine. Now we got a routine.
So go on, talk us through what we've been doing over the past few weeks for those interested.
It's been like 4 weeks though.
Yeah.
We moved to Newport in Wales, and so now for the first time we're living together. So good times, but it's been pretty random, hasn't it? Because you've been starting work and everything.
Yeah, so we moved all of our stuff into a new house, which was mental. We had to buy furniture and everything, so...
And we couldn't get into the house for like
For
ages.
a while. So yeah, the past couple of weeks have been really busy. So as Zoe said, I started work full time. Instead of being a student, Zoe's still a student, doing a master's. So lots has changed. But for those, you know, who are familiar with the channel, nothing's changed on the channel.
changed.
The videos have been coming out like
you know
clockwork.
why? Because you can record, you can do your stuff in advance. This needs
could
to
do
be
this
more fresh.
Nah, we can do this in advance. We'll have
Yeah,
to
but it
start
wouldn't be
getting-
as good, would it?
Well,
It's fine. We got routine now. Every Monday we're going to record.
yeah.
So it's all happening. And
Yeah.
we're back on track. And we got some guests coming on.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done that for ages.
So yeah, then the next 3, including this one, will be bigger episodes to make up for the fact that Zoe's rubbish. So yeah, there's lots to look forward to. I'm trying to think of some news. A lot has actually happened over the past however many days. Iron Gwazi, there's the new RMC coming to Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay in Orlando. So a huge RMC roller coaster, bigger than Steel Vengeance, massive, terrible name, Iron Gwazi.
What does that mean?
It was called Gwazi to begin with.
What's Gwazi?
It's the name of the roller coaster. It was a pair of dueling wooden roller coasters.
But what's Gwazi mean? It's just a random word.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a hybrid word or something. So yeah, a pair of dueling wooden roller coasters. They closed because they were bad and rough. Now they're RMCing them together to become one, and they call it Iron Gwazi.
I think I remember us announcing that they were closing. Or was that a different thing?
No, they closed ages ago.
That was the dragon thing. What was the one that was like dueling dragons or something?
Yeah, Dueling Dragons.
Yeah.
Dragon Challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was different.
Different one.
Anyway, yeah, so Iron Gwazi, terrible name, man, terrible name. There was so many better other names.
Names are hard though. Every name we're like, oh, that's
Yeah.
a stupid name.
As much
What
as-
is a good name?
As much as people didn't like it, I liked Iron Lion
Iron Lion.
because it was kind of cool. in
Sounds
that
like
sense.
Iron Giant.
Yeah, Iron Lion. Yeah. Talking of bad names, SeaWorld Orlando got announced their new launch coaster, quadruple launch coaster.
What?
It goes backwards, then forwards, then backwards, then forwards.
Get out.
Yeah, but essentially,
Why?
just because it probably wants to make the ride longer. That's probably the only reason, honestly. Like, I don't know why. The first and second launches are really slow. It's, you hardly go backwards, you hardly go forwards. It's only the last 2 that actually kind of push you properly.
Oh.
So it's a bit redundant. I think it's just to extend the ride length or the amount of time it takes to navigate the track. That's called Icebreaker. Layout looks alright. I don't know what to think about that one. But anyway, good to see new additions. These are for 2020 in Orlando, so big things happening in Orlando in 2020. What else have we had? Six Flags Great Adventure is getting the first custom Raptor track coaster from RMC. So that is New Jersey Devil or something like that. Oh, I can't remember now.
This is good.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
know all the names.
I'm really good at this. Anyway, it takes the, you've heard of Railblazer, you've heard of the McDonald's coaster.
I'm like, no.
Which is Wonder Woman's lasso coaster, but it's green. It's yellow and red, and it looks like McDonald's. Ugly colours.
Oh, so it's not actually a McDonald's.
No,
Okay, cool.
No. You've heard of those. This new coaster completely takes the idea of having a compact ride away, and basically is a normal RMC roller coaster out and back, a normal like iBox track, but in monorail form. Don't know why. Kind of gimmicky, I guess, but with all of the RMC editions, they're pretty solid. So I'm sure it's going to be great. But I just thought it was strange that you have this track specifically designed to be compact and nippy, and then you put it into a layout that's just really long.
Yeah.
And not whippy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels weird. It feels wrong, but hey. Anything else? There probably is loads, but for now, we're going to call it a day. I mean, it's one thing is it's Halloween season now. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure many of you out there are getting to Halloween events, Fright Nights, Scarefest, whatever the American equivalent is, I forget. Scarowinds in Carowinds. What are the...
I've never even heard of any American ones.
Oh, there's quite a few. I can't remember what the Six Flags are. Maybe Six Flags are Fright Nights. I feel like they're Fright something. Hold up, let me just look at this. Six Flags Fright Fest. Fright Fest. There we go.
That's better than Fright Nights.
Not really.
Yeah, because it sounds like an all like a festival, like a longer thing.
Yeah. So yeah, Six Flags Fright Fest. I'm sure you're all getting out to those events, enjoying the spooky mazes, atmosphere, whatever. We'll be joining that whole bandwagon. If you're listening to this on the day it comes out, we'll be joining that bandwagon tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Next week we'll be talking about it.
Yes. So Alton Towers Scarefest. Very much looking forward to it. Looking forward to going in the mazes. I was always looking forward to going in the less intense mazes because you're a baby.
Yeah. Well, we all remember what happened last year. Let's not repeat that, thanks.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
So that'll probably be the end of the season. Yeah, which is weird.
That's weird. That's gone really quickly.
Yeah. I kind of want to go to Fright Nights at Thorpe Park, but then I don't know if I can be bothered. You guys, if you have to try and persuade me to go to Fright Nights.
Let's just remember, though, it is Thorpe Park still.
Yeah, but I want to do the mazes. I mean, you don't really care, but I'd actually
if you just did the mazes, it'd probably be a better night.
That would literally be it. I just want to go to the mazes. I don't really care about the rides. So yeah, try and persuade me to go to Fright Nights, people. Other than that, let's roll on to our actual topic, Liseberg.
Yeah, we're talking about Liseberg.
Why?
Because we went there about a month ago now.
Yeah, it was
probably. Actually, was a month ago.
Jeez, that's mental.
That's how long we've been trying to record this episode. Yeah. No, joking. I went there again because of you guys, I guess, because you voted for the Clamshell Awards. Yeah, so Jordan Middleton of Cupcakes and Coasters has an awards called the Clamshell Awards, where she essentially celebrates theme park content of various forms. And we won the best established YouTube channel, second year in a row. So thank you lot for voting for that. Yes. I'm sure the Clamshell Awards is going to be happening again soon, next month-ish. Yeah. So roll on 3 times, eh? We'll see. We can dream. We'll see. Anyway, thank you to Jordan and Liseberg, because we got free tickets to go to the park, which was really awesome. We got a concert this time. If you've seen the vlog, you will have seen it. But basically, they gave us 1 night in a hotel, park tickets, and basically a dinner in front of this concert. Kraftwerk. Yeah. So it's like an 80s band, I think. Yeah. They were pretty cool. Techno. Not our thing. No. And the meal was kind of a weird situation because it's basically like there was a gig happening, like a huge gig, and then we were sat at a restaurant like right next to it. So on the other side of this fence was like all these people just at a gig, and we're trying to eat fish while like all of this was happening. Anyway, it was weird, but it was very good and weird.
Yeah.
Generally.
It's cool to have a concert in a theme park though. I like the fact that they're trying to offer more than just, your normal theme park
it's just
experience.
like a venue for everything.
Yeah, exactly. But it's nice that you're able to, just go into the park for the concert alone.
Yeah. And like with the bit we saw by the pirate-y bit, is it pirate-y?
Oh,
like the dock area.
Dock, yeah.
They have another stage there which has
they do.
got like bands on. It's just like cool. People just like having a beer there.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, so now this time we had 2 days. Last time we had a day.
Yeah.
So we
added that on ourselves because we wanted to go a bit more chilled.
Well, we very much took advantage of that and just kind of roamed the park.
Yeah.
Took it all in. Enjoyed it.
It's weird to be back though, that we'd like already been there.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Don't know.
Yeah. I feel like we know the park so well now, but we've only been there for like 3 days.
Yeah, but it's not exactly a big park.
Yeah, I guess.
So I think it's quite easy to get to know it.
Yeah. It was weird though. It was kind of like deja vu.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah.
Well, it was roughly the same time
Yeah,
as well.
and the same hotel, same everything. Because the flights are so limited, it's like basically the same trip, just a year later.
Mm-hmm. Which, is pretty strange.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk rides. So...
We're doing the obvious ride first. Helix.
Everyone's heard of it.
Have they?
Yeah. Helix.
Good.
People know Helix.
They should know about it.
It's the reason people... Well, it's the ride that put Liseberg on the map, really. And, yeah, no. So we got there, first day. We did Helix first thing. We came off a little bit like, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. It wasn't how I remembered it.
No.
But I knew it was the first thing. So, like,
it was the first
it's one
thing.
of those rides where it properly, like, changes throughout the day.
You have to let it warm up.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, it was exactly how we remembered it.
Yeah.
Where all of the inversions are really quite forceful. You're getting pushed down into your seat. The airtime hill is a perfect ejector. You're thrown completely out. It never loses any speed. It's just cool.
It's a cool ride.
And especially at night as well.
Yeah. When we went front row at night, and you could just see the whole track lit up.
Yeah, so we did a few rides in the back of the train at night, and then we got last ride of the night on Helix, as Taylor Bybee would say, LTRONOH.
Whoa.
There you go. Yeah, and that was in the front row, which was really cool because they have LEDs, don't they? They have lights.
Yeah.
And that lights up the track in front of you. It's really quite surreal.
Yeah.
Everything's pitch black except this piece of track in front of you. Strange.
Mad.
But Helix is a really cool ride, especially at night. They had new seatbelts this time. The new ones
I forgot about that.
On Copperhead Strike, where they actually kind of like B&Ms, where they hook into the actual restraint itself rather than coming across your lap. So that made things better, more comfortable, and operations were faster. So happy days there.
Yeah.
But we said like Helix is the best coaster at Liseberg. But we both agree that it's not the funnest.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
But that happens to me a lot, like with Wicker Man. That's the funnest at Towers.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's necessarily the best.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a different category. But
so
the funnest was Boulder.
Boulder, definitely. There's something about that ride.
Yeah.
As we said in the vlog, or you said,
yeah,
it's not good on paper.
Yeah.
It's literally
it would be so boring if you saw a drawing of it and they were like, oh, we're going to build this. You'd be like, that is so boring. What are you doing? But when you ride it, it's like not boring at all.
No. Yeah. It's just turn after airtime hill after turn.
Yeah, but it's just so funny.
It
makes me laugh thinking about it now.
The airtime hills are really great. We just sit in the back all the time.
Yeah.
And you get thrown over the hills. It's ridiculous. Even earlier in the day as well, it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
It's one of those rides that just seem to be pretty warm from the beginning. And again, night rides on it. Very, very cool.
Except the photo flash.
Yeah,
you get blinded.
Literally, it's flashbang the ride.
Yeah.
You can see because the photo is near the entrance.
Yeah.
So there's a little plaza. And when the whole plaza just flashes, you're like, oh yeah.
I think I put a shot of that in my vlog, and it's just like
it's stupidly bright.
If you had epilepsy, shouldn't go there.
Yeah. The good thing is, if you go on a day that isn't too busy, usually by the end of the night, these rides are practically walk on.
Yeah.
So you can
I remember last year we just walked around and round and round on Helix.
So you could practically get at least a few night rides on both, which we did the first night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Boulder, really fun. I moved it up in my rankings just because I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, it's just stupid.
Funny.
It's just funny.
I don't know why.
Nice restraints, nice train. Yeah.
And they've added some theming, which we didn't know if it was new or not. And it's quite cool.
New for 2019, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of theming inside the station.
I like it.
Yeah, tie in more with the story of the rides around, like Loki and Valkyria. Yeah.
Isn't Balder the rock that's in one of the stories or something?
It's a god, I think.
Oh.
I can't remember.
Alright, forget that.
Moving across to the ride next to it, Valkyria. Thoughts on Valkyria?
Interesting. I don't like that kind of ride. I don't like, what are they called?
Dive coasters.
Dive coasters that much.
Why?
Because it's just boring. Like, once you've done the drop, what, like, you done? What's the point?
I don't know. I kind of like them.
Nah. But we went on it once or twice near the back row.
Twice on the back.
And the way the car is so different to Oblivion, because on Oblivion on the back row you can see everything. You can see the hole you're going into. But you cannot see anything except like the other person in front of you on Valkyria. So it kind of defeats the whole like main selling point of the ride of like looking down and diving.
Definitely.
If you're on the back row.
Yeah, because there's 3 rows, aren't there?
Yeah.
So the first one is good, and then obviously gets worse.
After that, it's like,
Yeah. So no, we did back row. We came off and like, yeah, it's all right. It's a quality addition, but it wasn't fantastic as a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But then we did front row.
Yeah, and that was good.
And it's so much better on the front. So if you are queuing for Valkyria, go for the front. I think that they have, for like fast track thing. And I think that people in the fast track get batched to the back 2 rows.
Yeah.
So the front isn't even that much slower.
Yeah, because you have to queue for either the front row or the second and third row. Mm-hmm. And we always go second and third row because you're like, the front row is going to be longer.
But it's not usually.
But it's probably not.
No.
And it's worth it anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. So front row, Valkyria. There's just something about looking down. It's quite a tall ride. It's like 40 meters or something. And yeah, that's a nice view. Yeah. Just looking down.
A nice view.
And I know people complain about the vest restraints, but they're second generation vest restraints where the actual vest gives you some slack. So on your normal vests, once it's kind of locked in position, it won't move.
Yeah, like Oblivion's one.
That's not a vest.
Yeah, but that doesn't move either.
No, but it's not a vest.
What's a vest then?
The piece of mesh that sits.
Oh, the mesh.
That's the vest part. That's why it's called a vest restraint.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the actual thingy.
No, not the over-the-shoulder restraint.
Okay, so just the mesh bit like bends a little bit.
Yeah, well, on the other rides it doesn't. It's solid, so it kind of sucks.
Sucks you back.
Essentially.
Yeah.
But on Valkyria, it has some give. So if you're on the front, say, and you're hanging over the drop, you feel yourself slowly move forwards in your seat.
Yeah.
Which is really good. I love that. It kind of just enhances it even more. So the vests are really nice, actually. They're very good. It's not my favourite. The drop is no Oblivion. Let's be real. But it is good. And the layout after I think is quite nice, actually.
Yeah. So, and it's well done.
It is well done.
I like the theme a lot.
The theme is really nice. It's a very pretty ride to look at.
Yeah.
The station's really great inside and out.
Dude.
They've done well. Hopefully we see, the bigger additions to be themed just as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Because they had... Helix was a step up from the rest of the park, even though it's not really themed.
Yeah.
And then obviously Valkyria is a massive step up from even Helix. Yeah. So hopefully we see that continue. Final big roller coaster
is
Liseberg Banner.
Oh, is that are we counting that?
Yeah. Just the big 4.
I can't be doing with that. I can't. Why? Just take it out.
What? Why? It's
Just
heritage.
take it out. Yeah, I know, but it's so boring, isn't it?
Good.
It just loops around. It's just like a loop and then a loop and then a loop and then you're done. Except you died because it's so janky.
It was a lot more janky than I remember.
I can't believe you didn't remember how janky it was.
Yeah, it is jank. It's good though. The forces you get on it are actually quite good. The layout isn't sublime. There are moments that are really good, but it's a bit kind of stop-start.
Yeah.
So, but
it's good for the age that it was built in.
Yeah, definitely.
But 2019, guys.
New trains for this year as well. They were cool. Not really much different, but cool.
It's the track that's the issue.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice. It's like a nice meander through the trees on the hillside.
Meander. Do you remember what it was like? I don't think I'd describe that as a meander.
Some of it's a meander.
Yeah. The log flume is a nice meander.
That's true. So yeah, no, I think in terms of how we list the rides, I'd definitely go Helix Bowl, the Valkyrie of Liseberg Banana.
Defo. Love a bit of boulder.
Yes. But the good thing about Liseberg is that outside of the roller coasters, there's a lot more to do.
Yeah.
It's not just roller coasters. They have a really quite decent collection of flat rides.
Yeah.
Some water rides.
Yeah.
A dart ride to come.
Yeah.
Lots of games.
Yeah.
And we'll speak about that. We'll speak about that now.
Okay.
Go on, talk us through that.
We didn't do this last year.
No.
Because we were very perplexed by the whole thing.
We were.
You've probably seen these before. They're like Wheels of Fortune. They have other games like normal, like shoot and grab the duck or whatever.
Yeah,
those
classic theme park, amusement park games.
Yeah, but these Wheels of Fortune, right? So you see them, they're everywhere, and it's a massive wheel with like 1,000 numbers on it, and there's all these massive chocolate bars behind on the wall, which is obviously the prize, and you're just like, oh, I want one of them because it's just huge, wasn't it? So we got some tickets and we put them all on CoasterBot. Well, the letter C. So you basically, there's loads of letters and numbers. So you basically bet on a number. So like one ticket is one number. And then the wheel spins, and if your number is it, you win the chocolate. So I imagine the odds are quite low. Do you reckon?
There's 100 numbers.
So it's 1 in 100?
Yeah. No.
Or however many you get in 100.
Yeah, it's 1 in 100 if you get one. We got 5.
So
ours is 1 in 20.
1 in 20?
1 in 20.
Chances
Which
of
seems
winning.
quite high for a game like that.
I guess
but
so.
Each ticket, if you were to buy them individually, is 20 krona.
It's about £2.
Which is just less than £2.
Yeah. But we got a little pack, so it was a bit cheaper.
Yeah. So we got a pack that had 5 in, but then also tokens to play the normal amusement games.
Yeah, which I say we.
We tried that.
They're just impossible, aren't they? We tried to win a toothless cuddly toy from How to Train Your Dragon, and it didn't go well.
But it was fun. It was cool.
Yeah, it was funny
to try that. It works out cheaper to buy a booklet.
Yeah, definitely get a booklet if you want to try stuff out, because it was like £8. Yeah. And we got 5 Wheel of Fortune tickets, and then like 5 game tickets.
I think 2 big games and 3 small games.
Yeah.
So, and that was fun. It was nice to just do something different.
Yeah. Especially when the queue's are long and you like don't really have much to do.
Yeah.
You just want to chill for a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the wheel was spinning. We bet on CoasterBot, and Harry's like, oh yeah, it's gone past our number. He's like, oh, we haven't won. And literally it landed on like our first number, didn't it? So we won the chocolate bar.
We won the chocolate bar.
Which was not a chocolate bar.
No, it was 20 smaller chocolate bars inside. Still 2,000 grams of chocolate.
Yeah, but why are you carrying this massive thing around? It was so heavy.
Advertisement, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but that was fun. We did it at the end of the second day practically, so we didn't have to lug it around too much.
Don't do it at the start, guys, because it's not fun to carry.
Yeah, definitely not.
But yeah, I mean, in a way it was good because we could get it all in our case easily. Mm-hmm. And we've still got some in the fridge, haven't we?
We have.
So, loving life. But that was good. That was something we didn't do before.
No. Something else we didn't do last time was the rapids.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were weird. We weren't wet until like 80% of the way through.
It's like the first 2/3 is a lazy river.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of meandering and slow.
It's nice.
Nice, yeah. Through a wooded area.
And then all hell broke loose.
Yeah, practically. And it just goes super rapidy, splashing everywhere.
People shooting you on the side.
Yeah, there's like the explosive water effects, the water cannons shooting up.
Things just squirting on you.
Yeah, everything was going. And one of the things was, in one of the rapid sections, they have like panels that push the water from one side to the other. And our boat literally went straight next to this panel. So the panel was practically shoveling water into the boat. And then you went to the other side and there was a wall. And the wave would hit the wall and then obviously splash into your boat.
The boat.
So it was a mess. And then there's loads of other boats trying to overtake you kind of thing. So
it's one of those ones where you just kind of still for a bit as well. You don't go through. You just stay in that bit and you're like, I'm just getting wet. Yeah. Can we please move on?
Yeah. It's cool rapids though. Definitely recommend going on it.
Yeah, it's cool. Massive queues though. On the Saturday.
On Saturdays, yeah.
It was a hot day.
Yeah. Whereas when we went on Friday, no queue at all. Yeah. We walk on, no problem.
But it was funny.
Yeah, it was good. I love that one. Then there's some other. We tried the Upsvingit, which is the SNS Scream and Swing. Mm-hmm. That was good.
You nearly threw up on it?
Well, yeah, I felt a bit sick. I don't know why. I've been on those before and I've been fine.
It's probably just a combination of other things throughout the day.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was good. And then probably our personal favourite flat ride, Loki.
Yes.
The Intamin Gyro Swing with a huge Intamin Gyro Swing with lap bars.
So good.
It is very, very good.
So good.
It was more forceful than I remember. Yeah. Going into the dips is quite like pushes you in. And the views you get. Oh,
the views are so good. That's one of the main selling points.
Definitely worth riding. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Something else we did was the Hotel Gaston, I think it's called.
Oh.
I'll let Zoe explain
I forgot about this. I don't even know I couldn't even tell you what it is. Is it a walkthrough maze or something?
Well, most scare mazes are like that where... Gaston... Yeah, Hotel Gaston. Most scare mazes are like that where you have a chain of people who have their hands on the person's shoulders in front. And that's what it was.
Yeah, so you basically, everyone's in a line and we just walk very, very slowly through a load of different rooms. Mm-hmm. And as I'm sure you can probably all guess, there's a couple of actors in there with you, which basically I didn't want to go on it. And we just kind of went on it straight away and it was very scary because I had an 8-year-old girl behind me with her family and she was freaking out and I was like, she was basically crying and I was like, that's what I'm doing inside. So it was great because I was like, oh, it's fine. She's the scared one. So as we're walking through, all the actors were like, oh, the little girl's scared. So it was kind of like the focus was on her. And then guess what? She leaves halfway through because she couldn't take it. And I was like, where are you going? Where are you going? I need you behind me. This is not funny. So then it's just us two walking through and I'm at the back. It was awful.
I'm at the front.
It doesn't matter. I was at the back. Imagine if someone ran behind me, just grabbed me behind.
They're not allowed to touch you.
Anyway, but it was cool.
Yeah, the sets are really cool.
If I hadn't have been scared, it would have been a lot better. And also, it's very frustrating trying to walk that slowly.
Yeah.
Very frustrating.
Yeah, it is. It'd be nice if you could just kind of walk through it.
I wish you could just sit on something.
No.
Like have a train.
No, I think it's nice to walk through. Some of the rooms wouldn't have the same effect. Some of the rooms are really like well done and kind of disorientating or have some real cool practical effects.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it.
No spoilers.
No, I don't want to spoil it.
It's all like oldie house kind of
hotel.
Yeah. So funny that.
like a broken down
like
hotel.
Like a haunted hotel.
Yeah. So it is cool. The actors are pretty cool. There's just kind of not enough of them. Yeah. That's one of the things, really.
Yeah, not enough, guys. Put some more in. Haha.
There wasn't. There were some moments where you're just walking and like.
Yeah, but that's part of it. You think there's going to be one there, and then there isn't.
I guess, but...
Still jump.
Yeah.
Still jump.
One of the moments got me, definitely.
So, oh, no.
But we'll be doing more of those. I'll be doing more of those on Saturday.
Not me.
I love it. It's so good.
Well, what age level is that?
I don't know. Shall I have a look?
Yeah, because... So, now I'm getting worried about next week because this new Alton Towers scare maze, which is for 8+.
8+? You can do that.
I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, but that's probably 8+, isn't it? The hotel place.
At least 9 years old.
At least 9. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit
not
less bad than that. Oh, guys.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's also claustrophobia.
Yeah.
Is the other thing.
None of them is going to be as bad as that one that we went in. That was bad. I didn't like that either. That was hell, wasn't
My hands are sweating right now. I don't like it. Oh man. Anyway, that was good. The hotel.
Yeah, it was cool.
Another thing we went on this year, like the 5th new thing we've done, is the Ferris wheel, which is probably one of my favourite things we did, not gonna lie. It's very cool, isn't it?
Yeah, the views you get. Very nice. And it was kind of nice you just sit down.
Yeah, and have some aircon.
Yeah.
Do a bit of vlogging.
So, yeah, no, it's worth, if the queues are short, just hopping on.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. 5 minutes sit down.
Mm-hmm.
So we asked, as usual, for questions about the park. And Tony says, what was the tour like? Which we haven't even spoken about yet. So we had, luckily, we were taken around by Pontus, who works at Liseberg, and he showed us basically behind the scenes and spoke to us for ages, didn't he? It was really cool.
Yeah, so we met up with him and then he spoke about the history of the park.
Yeah.
He asked us where we wanted to start, either at the top of the hill or the bottom. So, all right, we'll go up to the top, and we started with Helix, and then it kind of, it was the same thing on each ride, but it was, you went into the
operation room.
Yeah, the operator's booth.
Yeah.
Kind of had a look at how it all works. Pontus spoke about anything that was unique to that ride, such as, you know, Helix has a chair that has joysticks on the arms
it looks
of
like
it.
a Darth Vader chair or something,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
and they use that to dispatch the ride, and he was talking about how comfortable it is. It was so comfortable that they got one for Valkyria.
Yeah.
Even though Mac makes them, they got one for a B&M ride. So he spoke about that. Spoke about how the system works in terms of you can't dispatch until all the restraints are down, and there was a control panel that had green lights for those restraints that were locked, and then grey ones for not locked, and you could see each individual ride or seat. That's the word. And then we went into the maintenance sheds, and fortunately, one of Helix's trains was sitting in the maintenance shed. Which meant that we could have a look around it. So we had a nice glance at the top and then went underneath to go and have a look at all the wheels, the wheel assemblies. Pontus spoke about the magnets under the train.
Yeah.
Different types of magnets do different things. You got the launch magnets. He also spoke about the lights on the train, how there's a small battery in the train and it's charged in the station.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was cool. I didn't realise that was how it worked. And yeah, it was just cool to see the underside of a train. Never really saw that before. It's nice to see.
We've never done anything like this tour before.
Exactly. So
it was pretty mad.
Yeah. He basically gave us a, fact file on every single of the 4 big roller coasters.
This guy knows his stuff.
He really does. He spoke about how Liseberg Banan was originally meant to be of a coma, but then Schwarzkopf himself came to the park and showed plans for a ride, and their CEO at the time was like, I'll have that.
Yeah.
And they built that instead, which is obviously probably a good idea.
Yeah.
He spoke about how fast Boulder runs, because they have like a countdown or a timer even for the ride cycles. So for us, each cycle was 54.3 seconds. And he said that if it runs at 51.9, it shuts down because it's running too fast. And I think the first day of the season, Boulder was running at 52 exactly, which is mental. You can't imagine it shaving nearly 2.5 seconds off the time. That must just be an insane ride. Something else he mentioned was Liseberg themselves designed Helix's trains in terms of the shell. And you might notice the icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach has the same design, and that's because Mac bought the design off Liseberg and allowed it, and then meant that they could use it. We asked him how much some of the wheels cost, and he said that Valkyria's big wheels cost €2,500 each.
Imagine.
Which is mental. Absolutely mental.
And they have to replace them all the time, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Mad.
They replace them. Yeah, he was saying that for Helix, they kind of have to replace a new wheel every day or every other day. But there's loads of wheels on the train when you think about it.
Yeah, I guess.
So, he mentioned that if B&M hadn't developed a new type of vest restraints, that it would have been a normal over-the-shoulder restraint ride, like the other mini dives, like Oblivion, Quake, and Griffin, and all of that. It would have been the same as that, which is quite interesting to know. That it was only because of the newer gen that they actually got the vest restraints. They weren't planning to in the beginning. And as some of you may know, Liseberg is getting a new hotel and water park for sometime around 2021 to 2023. So he was talking a bit about that and how the park is kind of shifting its focus.
Yeah.
The hotel that we stayed at, he explained, was more of a business hotel.
Yeah.
Whereas they want a hotel that is kind of entirely themed.
Yeah, more family.
More family based, exactly. So
yeah, the one we stayed at is more...
it is more businessy.
It's more like professional... Yeah. Just like a normal, like, it's 4 stars, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just like a normal flashy, nice
closer
hotel.
to the city centre, that's why.
Yeah.
So they're building that, and the water park will obviously help to make it more of a resort.
Yeah.
With the hotel being right next to the park as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot he spoke about, and by the way, or the direction that Liseberg's going, there's a lot to look forward to in the future.
Yeah, because imagine if you went there as a family and stayed, like, the adults could go to a concert or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's stuff for everybody.
There's a lot on offer. But thank you to Pontus and Liseberg again for offering a behind-the-scenes tour.
Yeah.
There'll be a video coming out specifically about it where I show all of the footage and talk about more of the things that Pontus explained.
Yeah, and you get to see Harry writing
terribly.
Very badly on boulders.
Yes. So yeah, we got to write our name on boulder.
Yeah.
Which was very cool. I'm sure you've seen that on social media probably. It was all over Instagram at some point. And that was really awesome. Just being in... Well, that's something, yeah. Being in some of the...
backstage areas.
Is really cool.
Yeah.
We got the chance to do it at Legoland with the bike tour.
Yeah, only briefly though. We just walked through.
And it's mental because... And it was the same with Liseberg. Like, there's a door. You open the door and you're in the park.
Yeah.
For one of the things, we were in backstage. We opened the door. Queue for Valkyria.
Yeah.
It's like... It's so...
How did we get here?
Yeah, it's so surreal that there's like this door is the difference.
Yeah.
I love being backstage. It's just...
Imagine going backstage at Disney.
Yeah.
That would be madness.
It is strange. It kind of takes you out of it a little bit. Because it's not as flashy or it's all a bit dull.
Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't need to be flashy.
No, why would you waste money on that?
So, yeah, I love it. It's cool. It's very cool. So thank you, Pontus. Thank you, Liseberg, for that chance. We haven't done anything like that before. So it was very, very cool. You got any other questions?
Tony also asked, is Helix still top 3 against Wildfire?
Yeah, I think my current going, we'll talk about yours after, is Canon.
Yep.
Canon. Then Helix, then Wildfire, then Taron, and whatever else you want.
Where's the Smiler now?
No, I demoted it.
Is it proper down?
Yeah, it's like over 10.
Isn't that really sad?
Well...
That used to be alright.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, and this happens to everyone.
So cute.
The more you ride a ride, the less you like it.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely.
So, if we get front row Smiler at Scarefest at night, it'll pop straight back up. So, it's because I haven't had a front row ride in a while.
We haven't been on Smiler for ages.
Exactly. I haven't had a front row ride in a while. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I love the front. The front's
Wonder
great.
how the Smiler's doing.
So, hopefully, Saturday, we get that front row ride. That'd be epic.
Wait, so Canon, Helix.
It's Canon, a decent gap. Helix, a small gap. Wildfire.
Taron.
A small gap. Taron.
Then Boulder, yeah?
And then probably a big gap. Something like Boulder. I think Boulder's around there. Woden's around there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't remember exactly. Goliath's around there. Silver Star's around there. Something like that. But yeah, Helix is great. It's a really solid coaster with a nice soundtrack. Add more theming and it could be up there, but it's stylized, to quote Amanda
Thompson. You don't
even
need the theming, mate.
It's just a bit...
You don't even need it.
I don't know. It's not... I like... It's cool. Like, people like the lights. No, not necessarily. I just want it to look nicer. It's just concrete. It's concrete metal.
Yeah, but that's the point.
No, it's not.
It is the point.
It's not.
Though.
It's bad.
That's the point.
It's
though.
bad. It's. I don't
You're
like
upsetting
it.
me.
I don't like it. I think it's a bit. People like it, but it's just a bit basic.
Basic.
So.
Yeah, basic.
Anyway.
I don't know what my top 10 is anymore.
Helix is definitely a top.
Helix is my top number 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only easy one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how I feel about Wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my jam.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. So I feel like I owe it to be higher.
Why? Where is it now?
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Because, like, I love Boulder and Wicker Man. Because they're so funny. But I feel like I can't put them above Wildfire. Because it's the same thing but better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How insulting is that?
But Wildfire just wasn't as funny or
I know.
fun.
It's very serious.
It is a serious
It's
ride.
very serious, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah. I kind of feel like if it was running faster, it would be more fun.
I don't know. It's just all wrong. I didn't like the pacing of it.
No, yeah, the pacing is bad.
Yeah.
It's a bit jank. It kills itself at the end.
Yeah.
It's kind of badly designed in that kind of sense because they could have kept the pace going.
Yeah, but I don't know. But Helix is definitely number 1.
Yeah.
Other ones that I like is Taran, I guess. I don't know. I just like Helix.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we got to get you on some more coasters.
Yeah.
Hopefully, next year, hopefully we'll be doing quite a few.
Yeah. We need some new creds, get some different things going on.
Well, you need to get on a hypercoaster. I want to get on a hypercoaster. I don't know how to describe it.
It's like the big one, but worse, right?
No.
Yeah, but that height feeling.
Yeah, it's
That height
it's really
at the top.
high, like proper high.
Yeah, I'm not sure
The thing
about
is, the thing is, it's Boulder's first hill kind of makes you. It doesn't throw you out. You kind of just feel weightless going over.
Yeah.
Every hill on
Is that, but
something
10
like
times.
Shambhala is that feeling, as in weightless, but you get it for about 3 or 4 seconds as you go over the hill.
Long.
And as you can imagine, it's just this tiny lap bar, and the trains are much more open than Boulders are. So you're just basically floating, which is why
I'm scared.
first time I went on Silver Star, had loads of space, and I nearly
You freaked
died.
out a little bit.
I was so spooked.
Yeah.
As soon as I just started floating, I was like, whoa.
Oh, man.
It is something else. I really want to get back on one of those. So that'll be something to do. Or something to aim towards even.
Yeah, I'm scared.
But yeah, maybe Shambhala will be up there.
Maybe it will, you
Chamonix.
know.
What else we got?
Dex asked, how many stairs did you have to walk up to reach different areas? Dude, mate, escalators.
Yeah, they got escalators.
Absolute best thing ever. Imagine if they didn't.
Yeah, it would be hell
You
without
wouldn't
escalators.
be able to do it.
That hill is pretty steep.
Yeah.
So thank the Lord for those.
Yeah. Well, the other side by the log flume, there's no escalators
There
there.
is. There's one.
Yeah, but we don't go up. We don't. You
We
don't.
didn't.
You have to walk up. We had to walk up the stairs.
No, we didn't. We walked up because we wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it was hell.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Imagine
stairs.
if that was like everywhere. Is what I mean.
Yeah, no, the escalators are good. Save a lot of hassle.
They
But the
do.
whole bottom's flat. It's only when you want to go up the
yeah.
side that it's...
It's only to get to the helix bit, which has like the drop tower and that. And then the other side
Ferris
is the
wheel
Thorpe. The Thorpe. What am I saying?
There's
That's so weird.
there's like a kids area. More kind of like generic amusement rides.
Yeah.
Carousel.
Yeah, and the log flume.
Yeah. So it's not actually bad.
So that's it. We're done. We finally recorded. I have to say that was very weird
It was.
looking at you in the face the whole
How
time.
rude.
It's weird. You do a lot of hand gestures.
I know, I'm a very gestury guy.
Yeah.
Because hand gestures allow you to get what you're trying to say out better.
This is why you always hit the mic.
Yeah. No, it's true though. If you gesture something, you're more
Oh, it
likely
is-
to convey it.
There's studies about this, mate.
Exactly, which is why I gesture. I do it when I record audio as well.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I gesture.
That's funny. You should release a video of like you
Me.
recording some audio.
Yeah. Well, it's when you want to say something in a certain way.
Yeah.
If you gesture it, you say it in that way.
More precise or whatever.
Exactly, which is I guess why I do it.
Yeah.
But I just gesture generally anyway. So,
Well, now we have a proper podcasting setup,
we do.
and we will be back definitely next week
We will.
talking about
Scarefest.
how I nearly died again.
In a kid's maze.
Yeah. I mean, if I even make
Terrible.
it to next week, guys, this might be the last recording.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So stay tuned on, well, if you're listening, if you're a big fan and you're listening on the Friday,
yes,
like you should be, stay tuned on Twitter at Coasterbot and on Instagram at Coasterbot for some updates from Scarefest.
Yes.
So he's going to be on social media,
that will
repping,
be me.
doing some great stuff.
Yep.
Then you can also follow the podcast Twitter.
Yep.
At CBR Podcast. Make sure to answer our questions so that your questions
Yes,
get into the
please.
episode.
And you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, whatever you like, YouTube. You could probably just Google it and it'll just all come up.
Oh yeah, you can.
Imagine. Yeah, that's pretty much it.